And do you think it's a correct characterization that you decided to take the year off?
100% me. I was the one that had the idea, even brought it up to the people around me. It was 100% my idea.
Can you tell me the build up to that idea? You made the decision in
It was like in
February? January.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just was the whole off season. I mean, that whole entire year, basically, even leading up to the games, I was just so unhappy and quite honestly miserable. I was punished myself in the gym. I wasn't enjoying it. And I know it's not enjoyable all the time. I'm not dumb, but it was just like to a different level that I hadn't experienced before. Like it felt like so much of a chore, and just like getting out of bed and knowing that I had to do it and was just weighing me down so much. And then in the off season, it just got worse because in my head, I played so badly at the games that I had to somehow crush myself and get better at the things that I was bad at. And it just was like a full circle, and I kept just breaking down all the time, and I just felt so burnt out. Like going to the gym was just, it was not good. My body was hurting so badly. And then in December, around my birthday, I had a really big breakdown, and I was like, I just don't know how I can keep going like this. Like this is the worst it's ever been. I feel so burnt out. Like, how am I supposed to do better than next year when I don't even want to be in the gym, and like my mental health wasn't good. So I just battled with that for a few weeks, and I was just like, why can't you just suck it up or just, have motivation or be better? Like I just was fighting myself in the opposite way. So that was not helping. And then literally one day I just woke up and I was like, I could just take the year off. And like once I like thought of that, it almost felt like I was relieved of pressure immediately. Obviously I hadn't decided, but just knowing that I had that option.
So even before you took the year off, just knowing you had the option took a little pressure off. Like when you have to go to the bathroom really bad and you finally pull up in the driveway, you're like, oh, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. But the thought of like having to go compete and somehow prove myself again or try to like get a certain position or whatever felt crippling. Like I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Like last year I was miserable, and I was even more miserable at this point. So just having that option gave me hope. And honestly, I was like, it will probably help me and add on years to my career because I've been going at this for so long. Like I was going.
So you are competing this year. Did you just say that?
No, I didn't say that.
All right. Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, it physically and mentally would add on years to my career because I'm like, a ton of people got 2020 off. I did not. And some of the people that were there aren't competing anymore or had a year off during that time. So I was like, I mean, I've been going nonstop for a long time with no break. So I'm like, it's honestly okay to just take a little break and maybe prolong my career or help my body heal and my mind. And yeah.
You said that you would have trouble getting up like in the morning to like go to the gym and train. Once you started training, did that go away?
No, I had multiple breakdowns. Like every piece I did was just a struggle to get through. Like it was such a dark time, and I don't even know what I would tell myself now to get through it, but it was just hard to get anything done because I was just so mentally out of it and I was fighting myself too. Like, why can't you just do this? Or, someone else is getting better than you. So I was just constantly nonstop in my head.
When I saw you take the year off, I started thinking, I didn't think of the physical part, but I just thought, I think that every healthy person between the age of 18 and 25 should have some sort of identity crisis and spiritual breakdown. I know I did. And basically I just took off. I just hit the road. I just let myself become homeless for 2 years and just soul searched and just read books. Yeah. Because for me, it wasn't that you're saying all you did was games, but for me, I went to school from kindergarten to high school and then to college. And then finally one day you're like, what am I doing? Right.
Yeah.
And for me, it kind of got so, I don't want to say so dark, but I was wanting to give up on life. Like I wasn't quote unquote suicidal, like I wanted to kill myself, but kind of I was done.
Yeah, it's like, what do you have to live for? Like you have nothing.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Yeah. Like this is everything. Like what do I have now?
Yeah, like I wanted to surrender. Is that how it was kind of for you? You were ready just to surrender? Like, hey, if I get struck by lightning, so be it.
Yeah, it's not funny, but like I felt so hopeless that this was all I had and that people would only like me or only liked me because I did CrossFit, or like my family wouldn't care about me, or like just made up all the stuff in my head that, because this has been my life. I have known nothing else. I've done nothing else. I didn't have a life outside of this, nothing. So in my head, I'm like, I don't even know who I am outside of this. So like, what do I do? You know?
It's interesting you say that. When I watched your interview with Bryce Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, wow, Haley's quite talkative in that relative to when I interviewed her. And I think the reason why, you just nailed it, you have something to talk about now.
Yeah, I have a
You
life.
went on a journey, like an internal journey, outside journey. You went on a intense journey.
Yeah, it was very intense, and it was the farthest thing from easy, especially at the beginning. But I feel like I know who I am now and my values, and I have a life now, which is really cool. And yeah, it's been a really interesting year to say the least. But I'm very proud of what I did this year, and I'm excited for the future.